Welcome back, YouTube. My name is TayVikes28, and I am happy to bring you guys the Toronto Huskies franchise once again here live. And we are going to be jumping into Week 12 against the Indianapolis Colts. Big game for us, but for those of you that are new here, what exactly is the Toronto Huskies franchise? I'll run through that real quick, as well as explain to you what we can look forward to in the upcoming episodes. But without further ado, let's jump into this thing and talk a little bit about what the Toronto Huskies franchise is. And I'm going to go ahead and look through the roster while I'm explaining this. The Toronto Huskies franchise, though, is not your normal franchise. I'm not going in and playing the games like you see a lot of these YouTubers do. I am actually doing a team building exercise with you guys where we started out as essentially a bunch of practice squad players, and that was 2 seasons ago, and now this is our second season, and we've made a lot of changes to this team. And as you see, we've drafted a lot of young players. We've signed some players through free agency. And what this is a team building exercise in the sense that we put together a roster. It's kind of like a GM / head coaching experience where you put the product onto the field, okay, but after that, it's no longer up to you. It's up to these players to determine how they will end up affecting the game and whether or not they end up winning said game. So that's kind of how this works. We go ahead and we still watch we simulate these games, but we still watch every single snap. So I commentate over it, and it is your entire game, every single snap. You don't miss a single one. And from kickoff to the final snap of the game, we get every single piece of it, and you don't miss anything, which is the exciting part. However, it is a little bit different from your usual Madden franchise that we see. But before I go any farther, I'm going to double check my audio, make sure all that sounds all right. And it does sound good on my end, so hopefully it sounds good for you guys. And as we're going through the rest of the roster here, got a lot of young guys on this roster. And this episode is against the Indianapolis Colts, like I mentioned, and it's a divisional matchup. Now, we're sitting at 3-7. The season is pretty much over in terms of making the playoffs. Unless we win out, there's a chance if we win out that maybe we can change things around. However, the likelihood of that is not that high. We'll just go with that. All right, it's not very high likelihood that that's going to end up happening. However, you never know. Crazier things have happened. All right. However, even if we do win out, there's not a guarantee that we make the playoffs. That'll put us at, I believe, 9-7. And so this is also this is also a franchise where it's an expansion franchise. So what that means is the Jacksonville Jaguars old owner, Shad Khan, didn't want to be in football anymore. He sold the rights to the team. Your owner, which is Ryan Fitzmagic, a.k.a. Ryan Fitzpatrick, came along, scooped up the team, moved the team to Toronto, which is where you get the Toronto Huskies from, and we are in the AFC South replacing the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's ironic we're in the South because we're up north, but it is what it is, such as most of the divisions in the NFL nowadays. But I am very excited to, kind of get this thing underway for you guys as we finish up looking at the roster. And for the upcoming weeks, to finish out the season, we got a couple more weeks here, and then we're going to get into the off-season. Last off-season, I think I did a 2-part one where I did the free agency in one part and the draft in another part. I think that's probably what we're going to go ahead and do once again for this one, and you'll recognize some of the players. I'll give you a draft update at the end of the season, and you will, I guarantee, recognize a lot of the names in this upcoming draft class, because unlike the last draft class, which I had a little bit of a little creative draft class to it, this draft class, however, is going to instead be real players. So since it's a Madden 20 franchise, which in case you guys are wondering why you're playing Madden 20 in 2023, it's because it's still the last good Madden, in case you guys are wondering. Every Madden that has come out since has been atrocious or has been broken. So this is unfortunately the state that we're in. We're going back to old games, but hey, it's a good game, still great game for these types of franchises, a lot of fun, so I am not going to complain. let me real quick tweet the stream out here, and then we will get this thing underway. All right, so the tweet is out, but I'm very excited though to get this thing, into the third season, which will be coming up shortly. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to really see where this team goes, because the first year we really didn't have much of a team, I'll be honest. We had some young players that we drafted, but they were rookies, and rookies can't necessarily develop immediately right off the bat. And then you move into the next season, which is this season, and you're starting to get some pieces together. You sign some good free agents, but you're still not quite there. Those young players haven't quite developed yet. But I think by years 3 and 4, we're going to really be in a great position to more or less be able to push towards making a Super Bowl run, which is very exciting stuff. But that's going to be for the future. For right now, we got our Week 12 matchup against the Indianapolis Colts. Let's go ahead and jump into this thing. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. And we've had some pretty good matchups against the Colts previously. For those of you that missed not just last episode, but last season, the Indianapolis Colts had a heartbreaking defeat at the hands of the Toronto Huskies last year on a last play situation, which was pretty crazy to think about because it was literally one of the craziest plays I've seen in Madden in quite some time. Final play of the game, there was pretty much a 0.00001% chance that the Huskies were going to be able to win this game. They needed to go like 75 yards or something like that in one play. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, the at the time quarterback and owner, heaved a ball up there. It got a jumble of people were around it, got batted up into the air, and then here comes the, at the time, 4th or 5th receiver, I believe it was 4th on the depth chart at the time, receiver, who usually isn't out there on the field at that point in time, but we had some injuries and a few other things, and he was out there, and it was Trent Sherfield, comes up, grabs the football as it gets tipped, and just takes it to the house. Crazy episode, and it was a lot of fun. So if you guys didn't get a chance to check that out, definitely go check it out. It was one of the earlier episodes. I think it was the second time that we played the Colts in year 1. So definitely go check that out. But now it is time for the year 2 against the Indianapolis Colts, hosting up here in Toronto are your Toronto Huskies with them powder blue helmets. Absolutely love it. And let's take a look here. As you see, we're under the night sky up in Toronto. It's starting to get cold at this point in the season, and this is where hopefully your Huskies burrow down, hunker in, and make something happen with the rest of their season. But we'll start this thing off as the Huskies and Josh Lambo are kicking it off to the Indianapolis Colts to start this one. And it's going to be returned from about the 5-yard line out past the 20, past the 25, up to about the 28-yard line. And that's where the Indianapolis Colts, and the Jordan Love-led Indianapolis Colts, might I point out, who is having a phenomenal season so far, really helping to lead this Colts team into the future. And they're kind of forgetting about Andrew Luck at this point with Jordan Love at the helm, as Andrew Luck is an afterthought now. Still in the league, though, Andrew Luck. We run here on first down. That's going to go up for about 5 yards, as we're going to take a look at this Colts team. Very good offensive line. That's one thing that this Colts offense has always had, is a great offensive line. They also brought in David Njoku in free agency, so he's their new tight end. Along with, they still have T.Y. Hilton at wide receiver, as well as a few others. They're going empty here with the second down throw to the outside. It's going to get about a gain of 4 or 5, and I believe that is James White, the running back. And as you guys know, your Huskies team, very young defense with some key veterans on each level, including Demario Davis, Up front, Ryan Kerrigan. In the back end, you got the duo of Big Play Slay and Marshawn Lattimore, who got brought in during the offseason. So now it is 3rd and inches here at the 38-yard line. Opportunity for Toronto, and they're... As that is, in fact, Demario Davis, the veteran, right place. Another forced fumble by the rookie safety, Jaquil Easter, and he has been phenomenal this season. That has been 3 straight weeks of some sort of turnover forced. Last week, I believe it was a fumble. The week before that, and it's going to be a blocked kick, blocked extra point. Luckily, they are able to tackle him. So the score right now is going to be 6-0, as Toronto's going to be kicking it back off to Indianapolis. We haven't seen a blocked kick in quite some time. Wow, lots of crazy stuff happening, and we're only about 15 seconds into this game, which is absolutely crazy. All right, another kick return, this time from about the 6-yard line, out past the 25 once again, up to almost the 30. Pretty good return there to start this thing off. But back to what I was saying before all this craziness happened, is that was an interesting play call, because they went with a read option there, and Jordan Love took off with the football. And so that is essentially the decision that led to the fumble there. So now here under center and pitching it this time to the running back, and he's going to get outside, making a move, and getting outside is, I believe that might be Marlon wide here on 1st and 10, and it is going to be Jordan Love quick over the middle, but knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So now it is 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. Be going to the running back here, and stuffed essentially at the line right there. That is James White, former New England Patriot, who the Colts brought in. And so now it is 3rd and 10. Jordan Love drops back, against us in previous years, actually, as Marquise Lee was able to have over 100 yards, I believe, last time that we saw the Indianapolis Colts. And here we go, another handoff here, this time to the outside, and having nowhere to go is James White. 2 carries on the day, but no yards yet. So now to 2nd and 10. Jordan Love drops back, throws underneath, finds his target. That's going to be a gain of about 4 or 5. So now it is 3rd and 6. Jordan Love's going to drop back, throw over to the left-hand side, and that's going to be broken up. Good break on the ball there. And I believe that was actually Jalen Thompson, if I'm not mistaken, the safety who came up there and got his hands in there to force that ball out of Marquise Lee's hands. Pretty good situation there. And another blocked kick. What is going on out here in Toronto? Wow. Huh. That is crazy. That is 2 blocked kicks. So that's going to be no points for the Indianapolis Colts here. And that was Nick Needham coming off the edge, making a play on special teams after he's essentially been demoted from playing on the defense. He was a starter last year and then got pushed down to about the 4th corner, who only plays occasionally. And he's trying to get his playing time back up there with a good play on special teams. And now on 1st down, we're going to see an Aaron Jones carry over to the left-hand side. That's going to get a couple of yards and set him up with a 2nd and 5. So now under center is Trevor Nickerson, but he's going to go back to that running attack, and look at the space there for Aaron Jones. I thought he was going to get away from that defender for a second, and what a nice hole created, and great blocking up front by the offensive lineman, as well as the fullback, former tight end, Robert Tonyan, getting in there and making a key block there, sealing the edge. So now it is once again under center here, 1st and 10 in plus territory at the 46-yard line, putting a man in motion. from right to left, as it's going to be a play action and throwing deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. That's CeeDee Lamb down to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 26 yards on Nickerson's first pass of the day, as he had plenty of time there, and eventually there was someone coming through, but where there was plenty of time for Trevor Nickerson to get rid of that football before anyone got close to him, and that's what we need to see. A little bit more time for Nickerson in the pocket to make these decisions, and we hopefully will see some more of that throughout this game. And you don't get to see the Toronto Huskies in prime time very often, but this was a Thanksgiving night edition here, and I am very excited to see with their first Thanksgiving game what they can do. Is it's going to be a handoff here, getting outside and inside the 10 down to the 9. That is Aaron Jones. What a nice run there. He's having a good start to the day as well. Setting up a 1st and goal now with Toronto in great position to get a 2-score lead here to start this game off. All right, going with a bunch set to the right-hand side here on 1st and goal. Under center is Trevor Nickerson as he drops back here. Throws quickly to the flat there on the right-hand side. That's going to be a gain of about 1. That was the tight end, Jonnu Smith. So now 2nd and goal, putting some extra big bodies out there on the field. And it is going to be a handoff up the middle. That has nowhere to go is Latavius Murray, fullback / number 2 running back. Gets up there for a gain of about 1. So now 3rd and goal. Nickerson moving around in the pocket. Throws to the left-hand side. That gets batted down. And that is going to be incomplete. So now a field goal attempt from Toronto most likely. And if they're able to secure this, that still will get them the 2-score lead that they were looking for. As I believe that was intended for CeeDee Lamb. And it looks like the ball just kind of sailed on him there. So now Josh Lambo is attempting a field goal. Is this one going to get blocked? As the first successful kick of the night goes to Toronto, setting up a 9-0 lead over the Indianapolis Colts. The division-leading Indianapolis Colts, might I add. So now Josh Lambo kicks this one back off to the Colts here, getting out past the 25, almost to the 30, getting out to the 29 though. They're having some pretty good returns here to start this game off, and hopefully this special teams unit can figure that out a little bit quicker, I'd like to see. But so now we're going to start this one off with the Colts under center at the 29-yard line, as Jordan Love's going to fake to the running back and throw deep over the right-hand side, and that's going to be complete, and that is T.Y. Hilton down the sideline. That might go the distance, and that is a touchdown. Indianapolis, his 50th career touchdown, and what a play there, as T.Y. Hilton showing that he still has some speed left in those legs, as he uses that block from Marquise Lee to perfection, and he just outruns the defense there. What a play, as Indianapolis says, whoa, slow down there. This is still going to be a game. So pending this extra point, well, we'll have to actually, before we say any of that, usually we can say that, but nowadays, with this game, not so much. But this one was good, so the score is going to be 7-9, a 2-point lead for Toronto now, but a 71-yard touchdown to start this, or essentially to secure Indianapolis their first points on the day. One play, 71 yards, that's pretty good efficiency. And we get a decent return here from Toronto, out past the 20 to the 22. So now we're going to see the Toronto offense back out onto the football field, as they were really humming down the football, or down the field last drive here, as they're going to start this one off with a handoff, and some more good blocking and moves made there by Aaron Jones. Another run for a first down, as that's going to put him up to about 42 yards. He's averaging over 10 yards a carry right now. Some great stuff from the rushing attack, both in terms of the blocking up front from these offensive linemen and from Aaron Jones, the runner, to have both the vision and the escapability to get through this defense. All right, so now it is going to be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line, back under center. Is Nickerson. He's going to fake a throw to the outside, but instead go with the running back, as Aaron Jones this time gets a gain of only about 1. So now it is 2nd and 9, and a quick throw outside that is complete to CeeDee Lamb, who tries to push it inside, but unfortunately is unable to get any yardage there. So now it's 3rd and 9. They have 3 receivers to the right-hand side as Nickerson's in the gun. He's going to drop back, examine the field, and throw deep over the middle, and that is going to be complete down to the 22-yard line. He trusted his receiver there, as that is the tight end, Jonnu Smith, going up and making a play. He's trying to get himself a new contract after this season, as he was on a 1-year deal, as it looks like the safety just simply lost sight of the ball there. Didn't get his head turned around. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 22. 3 receivers again to the right-hand side. Nickerson alone in the backfield. He's just going to have a quick throw here, and that's again complete to Jonnu Smith inside the 10, down to the 7, as he's reached 50 yards already on the day. So now it's going to be 1st and goal once again for Toronto. Hopefully this time they can capitalize, unlike the last time they got shut down pretty quickly. So 1st and goal at the 7-yard line this time, as they're going to keep it out wide here on 1st and goal. Nickerson in the gun. He's going to drop back. Quick throw to that left-hand side. That is complete, but I don't think that was much gain there. Maybe a yard by T. Higgins. It's now 2nd and goal, as they're going to push the running back outside here in motion. So it's empty backfield for Nickerson, as he's going to drop back and look over the middle here, and that's going to be batted down. Very dangerous pass there. 2nd incompletion on the day for Nickerson. It's now once again empty backfield on 3rd and goal. They're trying to push this thing in, as Nickerson's going to drop back here, have a little bit of time, but that time expires very quickly as DeForest Buckner gets through the interior of that offensive line and gets to Nickerson for the 1st sack of the day. As you see there, DeForest Buckner just simply splits the double team there. Great work there up front. And Nickerson pretty much had nowhere to go. So that's going to set up another field goal attempt from Toronto. Seen a lot of these this year, as this one is going to be good, making the score 12-7. A 5-point lead here for Toronto just before this 1st quarter expires. So now Lambeau went ahead and kicked this one off, as it is going to be returned past the 25, up to almost the 30, down to the 29 though. Big hit there on the return man. It's now under center here to start off this drive, as it's going to be a fake to the running back, as Jordan Love has all the time in the world, throwing deep downfield. That is complete down to the 30. What a throw there. I believe that was Marquise Lee with the reception. And that's going to end this 1st quarter, as the Indianapolis Colts are driving right now. And coming out of that 1st quarter, they're going to set up in a bunch set to the right-hand side here, as Love is in the gun. And he's going to hand it off to the running back, getting a little bit of room here, but not much. Gain of about 2 there. That's James White, his 1st positive run of the day. So now Jordan Love back under center. Deep drop here, and it's going to be a quick throw to the left-hand side into the flat, and that is complete, but a gain of only about 1 yard there. That is Jack Doyle, the tight end, with the reception. So now 3rd and 7 is what this sets up. Very important play here from Toronto. Will they bend but not break? So now 3rd and 7 in the gun and spreading it out wide. Jordan Love is trying to set up a screen pass here. It is complete, and that is going to be good enough for a first down and more, and that is going to be a touchdown from James White, the receiving back right there. What an impressive play. As you see here, he essentially just cuts in front of Ryan Kerrigan, who falls down, and then James White just shows the speed there down the sideline as he puts the Jets on, and nobody is able to catch up with him, as it looks like the rookie corner Branch was starting to close the gap, but it was just too late. So that is going to put the Indianapolis Colts up right now, pending the extra point, 14-12. And that is going to be good. So a 2-point lead this time for the Indianapolis Colts now. Just inside 10 minutes to go in this second quarter. And I've noticed an issue with Toronto right now in terms of their defense. They're getting no pressure on Jordan Love, and he is just able to dot them up because he has all the time in the world to wait for a receiver to get open. So they need to be able to get some sort of pressure on him down the stretch. Otherwise, I think Indianapolis is just going to carve them up the rest of this game. And a pretty good return there once again from the rookie return man, Eric Davis. So now 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Nickerson's going to go to the running attack here, and again a good run, this time I believe by Aaron Jones, getting up there to about first down yardage, just short. So now they're spreading it out here, empty backfield, 2nd and inches. Nickerson, quick throw here to the right-hand side, and that is actually incomplete. So now it is 3rd and inches under center here. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to run it. And they do go with the running game here, and getting the first down yardage and more is Aaron Jones, getting out to the 44-yard line. He's already over 50 yards here, and we haven't even reached halftime yet, so he's on a good pace for 100 here. It's now going into I formation here on first down. Nickerson's going to fake to the running back and throw a quick pass over the middle to the dump-off option there. And they're actually going to have an illegal man downfield here. Here we go. I believe that might have been the center. So now it's going to be 1st and 15 now. Back in the gun here. And it's going to be a handoff, and that one gets blown up in the backfield. I believe that was Jabal Sheard coming through. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards there, as Aaron Jones had nowhere to go with the football there. So now it's going to be a 2nd and 17, going 5 wide here. Nickerson's is going to drop back, quick throw to the middle there, and that's going to be a reception for Keontae Bonds, gain of about 6. Or excuse me, Jonnu Smith, the tight end. So now it's 3rd and 11, and they're going to go with a running back here, and that's going to be a gain of about 5, but Latavius Murray doesn't have much more space to run there. Interesting play call. So now it's going to be 4th and 6. I expect a punt here. As Matt Hawk gets this one off, and it looks like it came off the side of his foot there, going out of bounds at the 25. Not the greatest punt. As you see, Jordan Love has been spectacular today. It's now 7 minutes to go in this second quarter, and Jordan Love's once again finding an open receiver, this time underneath, getting a gain of about 5. So now spreading it out again here, but going to the running game and getting outside, good enough for a first down, gain of about 6 is James White. So now back under center is Jordan Love. And he's going to hand this one off to the running back, and that is Marlon Mack having nowhere to go. Good tackle there up front. That is Jaquil Easter, again the safety, who's had a pretty active day so far, already 4 tackles on the day. Now Jordan Love going over to the right-hand side, finds an open target. That's going to be a first down out to the 49-yard line. That is Marquise Lee with his 3rd reception of the day. About 5 minutes to go in this second quarter as Jordan Love's going to drop back and throw to the flat there, and that's going to be complete, gaining about 4 yards. So now it's 2nd and 6. Under center is Love, and he's going to this time hand it off, and breaking a tackle, getting out to the 41 is Marlon Mack, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 2. They're going with a bunch set to the right-hand side here on 3rd down. As Jordan Love's going to drop back, he's going to examine and find an opening right over the middle. That's going to be complete for a first down. That is Marquise Lee getting out to the 31-yard line and in field goal position officially. Spreading it out here on first down. Love's going to drop back, examine the field, find an open receiver over to the right-hand side. That's a first down after a nice shifty move there made to throw to the outside of the flat. That's going to be James White for a gain of 14. All right, inside the red zone here, as the Colts are going to take this snap, and that's almost intercepted. What a play there by, I believe that, I couldn't tell if that was Jalen Thompson. I think it might have been the safety trying to get an interception there. Almost did, and a quick throw again, this time knocked down by, I believe, big play Slay there on the outside. So now it is 3rd and 10, empty backfield here. Love's going to drop back, sending an extra man as the defense, and that is another contested catch, this time not complete, intended for the running back, James White, who is out wide. So now it's going to be a field goal attempt from Indianapolis. As you see, that was Marshawn Lattimore getting his hands in there and knocking that ball loose, because James White did have it in his hands, but couldn't secure the catch. And that's going to be good. Rodrigo Blankenship hits that kick, so now it's going to be 17-12, 5-point lead for Indianapolis. All right, Toronto has about 2 minutes and 40 seconds to work with. And Nickerson's going to have to lead a 2-minute drive to get downfield and into the end zone here if they're hoping to take the lead before halftime. They're going to start off in the I formation from the 23-yard line. And going to the running back, that is Aaron Jones, getting a little bit of space out to about the 29-yard line, a gain of 6 there on first down. Going back to the I formation. Clock is running, 2:10 to go. Another handoff here. Aaron Jones breaking tackles, but only getting out to the 31-yard line. And that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. A 5-point lead for Indianapolis, but Toronto trying to make a drive here. It is 3rd and 2, though, at the 31-yard line. Under center is Nickerson, as he's going to drop back and throw quick over to the left-hand side. That is complete for a first down. Jonnu Smith with, I believe, his 5th reception on the day. And this time, Nickerson has plenty of time in the pocket, throwing deep over to the right-hand side, but that one goes out of bounds. Looks like he overthrew his intended target. So now it is 2nd and 10. Nickerson's going to drop back once again, look over the middle this time, and that's going to be complete out to the 48-yard line, nearing midfield now with about 1:15 to go. Clock continues to roll as Nickerson takes this snap and moving around in the pocket and eventually finding someone underneath. Interesting pocket movement there, but he finds his man. That's going to be complete for 8 yards there, setting up a 2nd and 2, and they're officially past midfield now. Down to the 45-yard line, a minute to go. Toronto takes their first timeout. And now Nickerson coming out of the timeout, throws over the middle, that is complete. And another timeout here by the Toronto Huskies. This time I believe that was down to about the 30-yard line. Excuse me, the 33 here. T. Higgins with his 2nd reception on the day. And now going back to the running game, but not much yardage to gain there as Aaron Jones gets a gain of about 1. Spreading it out wide here on 2nd and 9. 33 seconds to go and counting as Nickerson throws over to the right-hand side. That is complete downfield inside the 15 to the 10. That is going to be Keontae Bonds with his 2nd reception of the day. Getting that inside the 10, though, setting up what would essentially be a 1st and goal, or as close as you can get to 1st and goal. So 29 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Empty backfield here for Nickerson as he's going to drop back, throw quick over the middle. That is complete, down to about the 5-yard line. And calling their final timeout is Toronto. They tried to hurry it up, but were unable to do so. 15 seconds to go here. Empty backfield again for Toronto. Nickerson once again getting ready to take the snap. He does. And he's got a little bit of time in the pocket. Throws to the right-hand side, and that is complete touchdown, Toronto. That is T. Higgins, his 1st career touchdown reception. And it comes in a big moment as it is able to give the Toronto Huskies the lead heading into halftime here. Not even pending the extra point, but with the extra point, it will be a 2-point lead. Big play there. Toronto is able to get into the end zone as the rookie quarterback, Trevor Nickerson, stands in the face of pressure and delivers a touchdown. And that is going to be good. So a 2-point lead. Toronto up 19-17 with 10 seconds to go in this first half. As you see the defense just go crazy on the sideline there. Very excited to see their offense finally pulling their own weight for the first time this season, it feels like. So now Indianapolis is going to go ahead and return this one out past the 25 to the 29. 6 seconds to go as it looks like they might take a chance at the end zone here. As Jordan Love is in the gun, and he is going to drop back and throw this one deep over the right-hand side. That is incomplete with 1 second to go on the clock. They'll have one more attempt at this. As Jordan Love drops back once again, waits patiently, only a 3-man rush as he deep throw here over the middle. This one is incomplete For a second there, I thought the man caught it on the back, but that was in fact incomplete and heads us to halftime, meaning that your Toronto Huskies are leading at home 19-17. And let's take a look around the league here as see what's going on. As you see here, the final, Chicago beats Detroit on Thanksgiving, and Dallas also loses on Thanksgiving to the Philadelphia Eagles. The two Thanksgiving teams are unable to come away with a victory, and we have some interesting matchups here. The Texans and Cardinals are a good one here because if the Texans lose, they are essentially out in the playoff race there. And obviously the Cardinals, your Toronto Huskies, lost to them in a close matchup earlier this season, and it essentially skyrocketed them to a couple of winning, a little bit of a winning streak, winning 2 or 3 in a row, and giving them a pretty good lead there for one of those wild card spots. As you see, though, a couple of highlights from the first half, a pretty high-scoring affair to start this thing off. And we're going to be heading into the second half as Indianapolis is kicking this one off to Toronto with a 2-point lead and a muffed kick there, but was able to still pick it up and get out past the 26. Or out past the 25 to the 26, excuse me. Eric Davis. Good awareness there by Davis to be able to pick that one up and continue to just try and get yardage out of that. Pretty heads-up play there for a rookie return man. As you see, Trevor Nickerson playing quite well today, and he's had a little bit of pressure on him, but he's, for the most part, stood in the pocket and in the face of pressure delivered accurate footballs. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line, though, as Nickerson's going to go back to the running game, and a lot of space, but tripping over one of the downed linemen there is Aaron Jones as he gets a gain of about 9. Could have been more than that if he didn't stumble there. So now it's 2nd and 1, and under pressure as Nickerson, as he goes down, didn't even see Justin Houston coming off the edge, and that's going to be sacked back at the original line of scrimmage. So now it's setting up a 3rd and 10 now at the 27. As you see there, Nickerson, I don't even think saw Justin Houston coming around the edge there. I believe that was Jedrick Wills who gets beat on the edge. So now they are spreading it out. 3 receivers to the right-hand side here on 3rd and 10. Nickerson's going to drop back, and they sent a blitz, but trying to beat the blitz downfield, unable to get it into the receiver's hands there, intended for Jonnu Smith, the tight end. But a good heads-up play there by Trevor Nickerson, the rookie quarterback, to try and recognize the blitz and get that football out quick and attempt to get it downfield there. So now Matt Hawk is setting up to punt the football for only the 2nd time today. And a pretty good punt here inside the 20. Return from the 15 out past the 20 to about the 26-yard line there. So that's going to be where Indianapolis takes over. We'll have to see if Jordan Love can lead his team to another touchdown. Down 2 points, though, right now. A field goal would also give them the lead. We're going to start this one off in the gun. And it's going to be a quick throw outside. That's going to be complete. But they're going to call it a gain of only about 3 yards there. So now it's 2nd and 7. A couple receivers to the right-hand side. They're going with a running attack, though, and trying to make people miss. Unable to do so is James White, getting about a gain of 1 or 2 there. So now it's 3rd and 6. As you see Jordan Love having plenty of time once again in the pocket. Eventually a little bit of pressure on him, and that pressure forces the throw underneath to the running back who completes the pass. However, it is going to be about 2 yards short of the 1st down marker, so that might be the first 3 and out from this Indianapolis offense today. As that was Logan Wilson in coverage there, linebacker. So now it is A punt here from Indianapolis, as it's a pretty big one here inside the 5 and just going into the end zone. Rigoberto Sanchez there almost pinned him at the 1 yard line as it just sneaks into the end zone. As you see there, Aaron Jones having a very nice day, 74 yards already on the day, averaging over 6 yards a carry. So now starting this one under center, going back to Aaron Jones here on first down, but not much room there as he only gains about 1. So now 2nd and 9, they're going back to the running game here, and again, only a gain of about 1 or 2. Looks like this Indianapolis front is latching down on this rushing attack. So now it's 3rd and 7. Nickerson's going to drop back, throw over the middle. That's complete to CeeDee Lamb, and that's going to be a first down. Only his 2nd catch of the day. Hadn't had another catch since the very beginning there when he had that deep one. It's been kind of quiet since, but this time finds another one over the middle for another first down. So now at the 35-yard line, going back into I formation here. And it's going to be a handoff, and that's Aaron Jones getting outside. That's going to be a nice run up past the 45 to the 50 at midfield, getting up to about 92 yards on the day here for Aaron Jones, nearing a 100-yard day performance. Pretty good stuff there as Aaron Jones reading his blocks perfectly, and the offensive line continuing to create holes up front. So now at midfield, under center again is Nickerson, going back to the running attack. Why not if it continues to work, as he gets about 3 yards on first down. Setting up a 2nd and 7, but in plus territory now, spreading it out this time on 2nd and 7. Nickerson in the gun. He's going to drop back here, and a throw over the middle. That's complete. That's going to be a gain of about 5 from the tight end, Jonnu Smith. Setting up a 3rd and much more manageable now, 3rd and 2. Back under center, and they're going to fake to the running back here as Nickerson's going to dump it off to him, but that's going to be incomplete. At the 42-yard line, they're in kind of no man's land here. Not quite close enough to try a field goal, but not quite far enough away that they want to necessarily punt it. But they do elect to go with the punt here, as Matt Hawk takes this one off the side of his foot again. What a terrible punt, as that goes out of bounds at the 26. So Indianapolis takes over at the 26-yard line. Got a couple of receivers to the left-hand side here. Love is under center, and he's going to elect to throw, though, over to the flat. That's going to be complete for a gain of about 2. That's David Njoku's one of his first catches on the day. So now it's 2nd and 8, and they're going back to the running attack here, and this time getting a couple is James White, but only out to the 31. So now it's a 3rd and 5. Jordan Love drops back once again, examines the field, throws deep over the left-hand side. That's complete, and that is going to be down past midfield, inside the 40 to the 37. That's 32 yards to T.Y. Hilton, who beats his man deep once again. As it looks like that was actually a big play. Slay getting beat on the outside. Logan Wilson, the linebacker, eventually catching up to him. So now 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they're going to fake the quick throw outside, and instead it's Jordan Love eventually just throwing it away. Good pressure up front from Toronto there. So now it is 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line. They're going to go back to the running attack. Some good blocks up front. And look at Marlon Mack go, breaking tackles. And that's going to be a house call for Indianapolis. He will not go down. He refuses to do so. As you see there, Jalen Thompson tried, but he was unable to do so. And then Marlon Mack shows off the speed, getting to the end zone. Great run there by Marlon Mack. Shows a little bit of everything. Shows his moves with the juke, the power with the stiff arm, and the speed at the end there to get into the end zone. So pending this extra point, it's going to be 24-19. Another 5-point lead for Indianapolis. So now the pressure is back on this Toronto offense. And it looks like they're going to elect to return this one from the end zone out past the 25 to the 28. Good return there from Eric Davis. Aaron Jones only needs 5 yards here to make it to a 100-yard day. They're going to start off with a handful of receivers to the left-hand side here. Nickerson in the gun. He's going to drop back, throw over to that left-hand side, and that's going to be complete. Not complete. As CeeDee Lamb had it in his arms and then eventually gets knocked out by a defender there. And now here on 2nd down, Nickerson's going to throw over to the right-hand side, and that is complete but out of bounds as the receiver couldn't get his feet in bounds. So now it's 3rd and 10, spreading it out wide once again as Nickerson's going to drop back here, and this time dumps it off, and that's going to be complete but nowhere near the yards to gain, as that's going to be a gain of about 3 from Aaron Jones. So now it is 4th and 7, and I fully expect a field goal. That would be impressive. No, a punt here from Toronto. So now Matt Hawk, after not getting utilized much in the first half, has gotten his fair share of work here in the second. And another booming punt, and what a punt, making up for the last couple as Matt Hawk pinning him inside the 5 down to the 3. Great special teams there, both from the punter and the special teams unit, getting back there and downing that one. So now the pressure's on Indianapolis here to get out of the shades of their own end zone, as they're going to start this one under center and go to the running back, and having some space and getting out past the 10 to the 14, and a 1st down is Marlon Mack. And all of a sudden here in the second half, it looks like this offensive line is starting to get some holes. Looks like they're finally wearing down this defense. So now spreading it out here, 4 receivers. As Jordan Love's going to fake to the running back here and have plenty of time in the pocket, loading up for a deep shot down the right-hand side, and that is incomplete. Getting a hand on it was the defender there. So now back under center here on 2nd and 10. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. Some more room here for Marlon Mack, getting out past the 20 to the 27, a gain of about 6 or 7 there. So now it is 3rd and 4 at the 21-yard line. Love, quick throw here over to the right-hand side. That is complete for a 1st down. As that is the tight end, David Njoku, with his 3rd reception on the day. It's now 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. You have Jordan Love handing it off to Marlon Mack, who this time doesn't have much room to go, gaining about 1 or 2 on that 1st down carry. Richie Branch coming up to make the tackle there. And a throw here, and under pressure, moving around in the pocket, eventually finding a man. That is, I believe, Jack Doyle, the number 2 tight end now for Indianapolis with the reception, gaining about 5 or so on that play. For a second there, I thought Jordan Love was going to throw that one quick, but instead moved around in the pocket and eventually found a target on the left-hand side. So now it is 3rd and 5, as Love's going to drop back here. Quick throw over to that left-hand side, and this time it is going to be for a 1st down, as I believe that was Paris Campbell with his 3rd reception on the day. And a 1st down to the 40-yard line. So now under center, once again, is Jordan Love, and he's going to fake to the running back here. Has some time, though, in the pocket, moving around, and eventually that time runs out, almost throws an interception across his body there, as that was Logan Wilson getting his hands on the football. So now it's 2nd and 10 now, spreading it out wide again, but this time going to the running back as he gets gobbled up in the backfield. A loss of 5 for James White there, as it would look like a little bit of a delayed handoff. Looks like they had trouble with the exchange there. So now it is 3rd and 15 here at the 35-yard line. Some pressure on Jordan Love now to get this one downfield. And he's going to throw it to the right-hand side and complete it. But no! What a big hit there by the safety. The rookie safety, Jaquil Easter, comes up and lays the wood on the intended target there. As I believe that was Bell, the receiver, down the sideline, as he just gets his bell rung there by the safety. Big play there by Jaquil Easter, continuing to make massive plays for this defense. And it looks like a pretty good punt here, as it's going to go into the end zone, though, setting up a touchback and a starting field position at the 20 here for the Toronto Huskies, just inside this 4th quarter, as they're down by 5, but a touchdown will give them the lead. So they're going to start off with an empty backfield here. Nickerson has played quite well today, so they're going to put some pressure back on him, but throwing deep down that left-hand side, that's complete, and going down the sideline, that is CeeDee Lamb. That's a touchdown, Toronto. What a play. That is amazing. Up over 2 defenders and having the strength to hold his balance. Look at that. He continues to just impress so many Toronto fans as CeeDee Lamb goes over both defenders, the corner and the safety, makes this catch, which is impressive in and of itself, but then has the balance to stay on his feet and the speed to get down the sideline for a touchdown. As it looks like Toronto's going for 2 here, is they're going to go with the running game, and that is not going to get it done. So the score is going to be 25-24, Toronto on top with a 1-point lead. 1 play, 80 yards here for Nickerson. Looks like they're showing what they can do. They said, hey, Indianapolis, whatever you can do, I can do better. As earlier in the game, Indy had a 1-play, 71-yard drive, and this time it's a 1-play, 80-yard drive from Toronto. And it looks like this is going to have a return out to the 25. Starting out then on the 25-yard line is Jordan Love in this offense, as Jordan Love has had a pretty good day today. He's had some good time in the pocket, made pretty good decisions, no major mistakes on his part so far. It is 1st and 10 here as Jordan Love throws this one underneath, finding an open target here, but swarming up is the defense. Gain of about 5 yards, though, on that first down passing attempt. So now it's 2nd and 5. 3 receivers to the right-hand side here as Love's going to drop back. Quick throw over to that left-hand side, and that is incomplete. Again, getting his hands in there is, I believe this time, Richie Branch. So now Love, empty backfield. Quick throw over the middle. That is complete. That's going to be good enough for a first down to the tight end. That is David Njoku, his 4th reception on the day. And it seems to be he is their chain mover. I think he has 4 receptions and about 3 first downs, but only 18 yards on those 4 receptions. So now 1st and 10 here, spreading it out wide once again. 2 receivers on both sides as Jordan Love is plenty of time in the pocket, and it looks like he's going to stand there forever, and eventually he steps up and throws deep downfield, and that is incomplete, I think. What an odd situation there, as it looked like the receiver had it and just flat out dropped it. It's now 2nd and 10 here as Love's going to have a quick throw to the right-hand side this time, and that's going to be complete for a first down out to about midfield here. So now it is 1st and 10 as Love drops back and throws deep over the left-hand side, and that is complete downfield. That's a touchdown. First career touchdown. That's the 2nd one of those today we've seen. This time for an Indianapolis player, and I'm not sure who that was. But number 87, so we'll have to take a gander to see who that is. Can't quite read the back of the jersey there. But having some shades of Reggie Wayne out there. Bigger Reggie Wayne, though. So now 2-point conversion here, and they're going to try and run it and not get it. So it's still going to be a 5-point lead for Indianapolis. A 30-25 right now game we have, and another punch here from Indy, as it seems to just be going back and forth, punch for punch, and nobody is giving up right now. This is a good game. What a showing here in prime time on Thanksgiving. About 7.5 to go in this 4th quarter as Toronto continues to make some good plays in the return game as Eric Davis gets out past the 30 to the 33. Very impressed with him today. As you see, Nickerson having a pretty good day himself. Only 8 incompletions on the day. So now they're going to start off here at the 33-yard line. 3 receivers on the left-hand side, and he's going to look over the middle. That's going to be dangerous as it gets popped up and eventually finds his way to the ground for an incompletion. Probably a best-case scenario there, as Nickerson is now setting up for a 2nd and 10 and going back to the running game and getting some space and first down and more. That is Aaron Jones showing off the speed down the sideline. That is a touchdown, Toronto, as they get all the way down there, this time using the running game. Very impressive stuff, and Toronto will not go away as they continue to be a nuisance here for Indianapolis as they now take the lead. Score is 31-30, and I fully expect them to go for 2. And they do. They're spreading it out 5 wide here. So finally deciding to go with a pass here on a 2-point conversion, and under pressure as he gets wow, he gets demolished on his blind side there by Darius Leonard, and eventually fumbles the football. Luckily, it's picked up by an offensive lineman there. But there wasn't much hope there on that play, as you see he tried to roll out there to the right-hand side, thought he saw something and paused for a moment, but that one moment was enough for Darius Leonard to come from behind him and strip that football out. but it still gives Toronto a 31-30 lead, 1 point lead for Toronto as they have a kickoff here that's going to be taken back for a touchback. So now Jordan Love and company back out there, but 348 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns for him today. He's having himself quite the day. As Jordan Love is once again spreading out this offense 4 wide, and a quick throw here intended for the running back as it looks like he just missed the target there. So now it is 2nd and 10. Once again 4 wide. As Love's going to try and set up a screen pass here, but a great play there up front. I believe that is Floyd Ellis, the star defensive tackle, recognizing the screen pass and getting out there quick enough to be able to shoestring tackle the running back, James White, there, as that is a pretty large man to get out there that quickly. Impressive stuff there from Floyd Ellis. So what that means is that this is going to now be a 3rd and 8. 3 receivers to the left-hand side here. Love in the gun as he's going to drop back and have a little bit of time and throw over to the left-hand side, and that is going well out of bounds. I don't know if that was intended or if that was a ball that just simply got away from him. Haven't seen that much from him today. As you see there, it looks like he was trying to bullet that one in on the sideline, and it looks like it just simply got away from him. So this is going to be a punt here from Indianapolis, and now Toronto has a possible upper hand here. Not much room there for the return man, Mr. Davis there, and that's going to get out to the 25. Charles Davis doesn't have a whole lot of punt experience or punt return experience necessarily. He's gotten a little bit of work here and there. So now back under center is Nickerson, and he's setting up for a pass here, and that is going to be knocked down in the secondary. Intended for Keontae Bonds. So now another pass here on 2nd down, moving around in the pocket and eventually going down. That is DeForest Buckner, his 2nd sack of the day. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 16 now. As you see, Nickerson felt the pressure, but he had nowhere to escape to. As you see, DeForest Buckner just showing off his skills up front. So now it is 3rd and 16 at the 19-yard line. Nickerson's going to drop back, move around the pocket, find an open receiver. That is Aaron Jones underneath, trying to make something happen. Getting out to the 28. That's going to be a gain of about 9. So now, unfortunately, it's not going to be good enough, as that's going to set up a 4th and 6. So I expect the punting unit once again here for Toronto. So it's going to lean back on their defense. Uh-oh. Matt Hawk barely gets this one off. Very dangerous there, but a very good punt. Put some power on it when he got that one off. Puts it into the end zone for a touchback. For a second there, he looked like he struggled to get that snap there, and it almost caused him to be blocked. But just getting that one off and setting Indianapolis up with a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line here. As Jordan Love's going to take the snap, he's going to look over to the right-hand side, complete, and that is going to be good for about 7 to James White out of the backfield. So now it is 2nd and 3. High snap here, and it's going to be a handoff, though, to the running back. That's going to be James White again. Good enough for a 1st down this time. So 5 yards there is good enough for a 1st down, setting up a 1st and 10 now at the 32, as Love's going to take this snap, and he's going to throw underneath again this time. And a fumble here, as it looks like It's going to be kicked around and eventually picked up and down the sideline. That is Jaquil Easter again with a big play and a touchdown from this defense. That is 2 on the day for this Toronto defense. And they are saying, hey, offense, we got you. Don't worry about it. As you see, James White had the football and Logan Wilson forcing that one out. Ball gets kicked around a little bit, and eventually Jaquil Easter with the awareness to pick that up and return that to the house. What a play there, both by Logan Wilson and Jaquil Easter. As you see, it looks like Richie Branch tried to pick up the fumble, was unable to, and accidentally kicked it. So now Josh Lambo setting up for the point after. This is going to make it an 8-point game. And Toronto now leads 38-30, putting the pressure on this Indianapolis offense. It's now 3:57 to go, just inside 4 minutes. So Indy still has some time, but they're going to have the pressure put on because they not only need a touchdown, but they're going to need a 2-point conversion on top of that. They're going to start this one off from the 25 as it's going to go to the end zone for a touchback. Looks like that was Chandon Sullivan. As you see, this Toronto defense is hyped up right now, scoring their 2nd touchdown of the day. So now Jordan Love is in the gun again. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. He's going to throw to that right-hand side and complete. No, that is incomplete again. This defense just gets there at the perfect time to knock these balls loose. So now it's 2nd and 10. Jordan Love, a lot of time in the pocket, and he tries to float one over there outside, but that one just over the receiver's head and goes out of bounds. So now it is 3rd and 10 at the 25-yard line. Love's going to drop back and throw over the middle. Touch pass here. That is incomplete, as it looks like the intended target was actually Marlon Mack coming out of the backfield, but was unable to secure that catch as he put just a little bit too much air on that one and leads it into the defender in the middle. That was Demario Davis. Good play there by the veteran to be able to get his hands in there and break that pass up. So now it's going to be a punt here from Indianapolis, and Toronto with an opportunity to put this game away if they can get some first downs here. As Davis, not much room once again on this punt return. He's had some good kick returns today, but the punt returning has not been much in his favor there. It's now 3:37 to go in this 4th quarter as Toronto takes over at the 20-yard line. And they're going to go back to Aaron Jones on the ground, getting about 2 yards there on that first down carry, as he's got 164 on the day. It's now 2nd and 8 in I formation here. And once again, faking to the running back this time, going to a pass as down the left-hand side, had an open target. Nickerson just missed his man. That could have been a very big play for Toronto, but now it's 3rd and 8. And they're going to have to throw this one as under pressure is Nickerson, and he goes down. That's going to be a fumble and a scoop and not quite a score, as the offensive lineman had the whereabouts to tackle, shoestring tackle Jabal Sheard there, who picks that one up. As that was once again DeForest Buckner getting to the quarterback and Sheard with the fumble recovery, but that's still going to set Indianapolis up with a 1st and goal. As Jordan Love and company, they are just thankful right now that their defense was able to get after Nickerson, because Nickerson might have found someone downfield there. So now it is 1st and goal as Jordan Love's going to set up for a pass here, and under pressure here, eventually dumping it off outside. That is going to be complete into the flat for Jack Doyle, getting about 4 yards. So now it's 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line as Jordan Love's under pressure and just gets rid of this one quickly, throwing it out the side of the end zone there. It's now 3rd and goal. Under center once again is Jordan Love. And Love's going to drop back here and move around in the pocket, try and find an open receiver, and eventually find someone over the middle and diving into the end zone. And that is going to be good. And that is Paris Campbell for a touchdown. So Indianapolis right now, 36-38, down 2 points. I expect them to go for 2 here. As you see there, that offensive line gave Jordan Love just enough time to find the open target. So now it's a 2-point conversion here. Love in the gun. He's going to drop back and look, examine, can't find anything, and eventually find someone, and that is complete. Wow, going up and making the catch. That is David Njoku, the tight end, coming up clutch when they always seem to need it. And that is going to set up a tie game now, 38 apiece right now. High scoring affair here on Thanksgiving. 2:38 to go. Toronto's getting the football back. And this is where the young buck can make his bones in this league if he can get this Toronto team into the end zone for a game-winning drive. 2:35 to go. Set up a 2-minute drive here. Can they get it done? A lot of pressure on a lot of young guys here for this offense. And they're going to start off at the 26-yard line, under center in I formation. A couple receivers on the left-hand side, though. And they do, in fact, go with the running game here, getting a gain of about 1. So now it's 2nd and 9. Back under center again. Clock is running, about 2:07 to go. This time electing to pass the ball, and under pressure again. This is Nickerson going down, and that's going to set up the 2-minute warning here. An interesting set of events now, because it's 3rd and 16 at the 20 with 2 minutes to go, and they're putting a man in motion, going with the running game here, and that gets stuffed at the line, actually behind the line. And a timeout here from Indianapolis. So now, Matt Hack, very important job here, getting the football off, deep into enemy territory here, but good return space here, and it eventually getting him down at the 34-yard line. So now it is 1st and 10 at the 34. Indianapolis, 1:47 to go on the clock, 2 timeouts, and they only need a field goal to take the lead. So now empty backfield here. Jordan Love quick over the left-hand side. That is complete down to the 48-yard line. They're going no huddle here, 1:25 to go. Love again drops back, again over the middle, this time complete, and I believe that is T.Y. Hilton down to the 30, and a timeout here by Toronto. First timeout by them. In field goal range is Indianapolis. And they're going under center now, as Love is going to go ahead and hand this one off, and getting him in the backfield, loss of 1 there, is this Toronto defense swarming to the ball. So now it is 2nd and 11, 1:15 to go, and they're going back to the running game again, this time again getting swallowed up at the line, maybe a yard or 2 there. So now it is a 3rd and 9 at the 29. Under center is Jordan Love. And they are, in fact, running it, and this is going to be good enough for a first down and then some inside the 10. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a heartbreaker for Toronto. It is 1st and goal right now. As you see, Marlon Mack just holding on for dear life. And this offensive line coming up big when they need it, but going in the gun here, 1st and goal to 10 is Jordan Love, and they're going to go with a quick throw outside. That's complete, and getting outside and into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Touchdown Indianapolis. Marquise Lee finds the end zone on the bubble screen, And that is going to be setting up an interesting course of events now, because that gives Toronto some time on the clock, but they have no timeouts. We'll have to see what they decide to do here. It's now pending the extra point. It is going to be a 7-point lead for Indianapolis. And they do, in fact, get the extra point. So it's 45-38. Toronto is down right now, but they are getting the football back. 7 points. That's all they need. They need 7 points. They need one more drive. 41 seconds on the clock. No timeouts. Can Nickerson do it? We will find out right now. As Rigoberto Sanchez kicks this one off. And Davis is going to return this one out past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, getting to the 32. Good return there. They have 37 seconds. No timeouts. They're going to have to utilize the sideline. They might be able to have 1 or 2 plays in bounds, depending on how far downfield it is. They're going, obviously, spread it out. 4 receivers here. Nickerson's going to drop back. Quick throw over the middle, and that is going to be caught, but down at the 41-yard line. They're going to have to hurry this one up. Nickerson again in the gun. 18 seconds to go. Drops back. Throws again over the middle. This is going to be caught once again, and they need to hurry this up. 2, 1, and they are not going to get this one off, and that is going to be game. That was very, very bad clock management at the end, and it's just unfortunate for this Toronto team because they played so well. This has a heartbreaking defeat. As you see, they were on all facets of the game playing so well. Offense showed up today. Defense showed up today. Special teams showed up today. And it still wasn't enough. As you see, Nickerson has to be kicking himself there at the end. But hats off right now to both teams. Jordan Love, 5 touchdowns, over 400 yards through the air. But Nickerson also had 280 through the air and 2 touchdowns. No interceptions from either of these quarterbacks today. Very impressive stuff. The yards per attempt actually go to Nickerson. And Aaron Jones, great day on the ground. 164 yards, averaging over 8 yards a carry. Had that long touchdown to boot. Very good stuff from the rushing attack as well. I am very happy with this performance from this team. Despite the fact that we were unable to get the victory, it still is a phenomenal performance from such a young team against a team that really is playoff bound here with the Indianapolis Colts. So the fact that we can hang tough with the team that is most likely going to win our division says a lot. But a lot of sacks here led up today. 5 of them today for this offensive line. And unfortunately, our defense just couldn't get through that offensive line for Indianapolis. And DeForest Buckner was a game wrecker today. 4 sacks, a forced fumble, and he was a problem up front. And as you well know, our offensive line is young. They are developing still, and I think with a little bit of time, they will be able to protect Trevor Nickerson a little bit better, but they need that time to develop. Did I have fun? Yes, I did. What a great game on all accounts there. And while, yes, it's heartbreaking, we didn't get the win, that was just such a crazy, crazy game. High-scoring game, 45-38. 38 points. Our team put up 38 points. We haven't seen that. I don't know if they've ever done that before. Very impressive stuff there. Couple of upgrades here. T. Higgins scoring his first ever career touchdown. in this episode. Pretty impressive stuff, as he gets an upgrade afterwards, getting him up to a 75 overall. And the backup tight end, Jesper Horsted, also gets an upgrade here, continuing his development from no name to all of a sudden a key part to this offense. But we're going to go ahead and advance this to week number 13. And this is where we face the San Francisco 49ers. We have a gauntlet down the stretch here, as your Toronto Huskies officially fall to 3-8. And the San Francisco 49ers are sitting at 7-4, but at one point they were the best team in the NFL this season. And they took a couple of losses here down the stretch, and so they are no longer the best team in the NFL, but they're still one of the best. And as you see, the Colts, who we just lost to, are now sneaking up there into the number 4 position and possibly fighting for that elusive first round bye right now. But as you see here, the Huskies looking like they might end up with a top 5 pick after all. Earlier this season, they were, in the, early 20s, mid-teens at one point, but they have fallen. They've had 3 losses in a row here, and all of a sudden they're back into the top 5 once again. We'll see if that sticks or if they can turn things around. But up next we have the San Francisco 49ers at 7-4, and we'll do these upgrades before we leave. We've got a Darius Evans with another upgrade here. I am very impressed with what he's been able to do. He's already an X factor, huge playmaker for us. I'm so excited to see him become one of the best players on this team. And then the inside linebacker, J.J. Marable, who may end up taking over for none other than Demario Davis, depending on how long he sticks around. And so that's going to be the end of this episode. Your Toronto Huskies fall at home, and they finally have a good performance from their offense, but it just wasn't enough to secure the victory. 45-38 final. My name was TayVikes28, and I thank you guys for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.